traders, and welcome to the Blue Line Metals Edge here for Wednesday, March 1st. I'm Phillip Streible, Chief Market Strategist at Blue Line Futures. If you haven't done so, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe to our videos. Help us grow this channel. Also, YouTube will automatically email those new videos to you so you don't have to go searching for them. Now, getting into what's going on here price action wise, I think we got some really good stuff going on in the metals and a lot of different markets here, and I really think that we're kind of turning a corner on a few different markets that have been beat up and distressed here. So big news overnight. You got China, you had their manufacturing data and non-manufacturing data. Both of them expanded. And it really tells you that their economy here is starting to pick up again. It's starting to heat up. And what that's doing here is it's got a lot of these markets turning back higher, where you look at some of the U.S. data, and if you don't have a notebook, you guys all need to have one here. So if you look at U.S. economic data for Chicago PMI came in at 43.6, this was yesterday, versus 44.3 in Jan. So weaker U.S. economic data. Consumer confidence also falling, 102.9 versus 106 in Jan. So you have, our economy starting to slow down, and what that's doing is it starts to put what looks like a top in on the dollar index. So if you look, it looks like it's bouncing here to another lower high, and we should start to turn back down. You got stochastics in overbought territory. You got that DMI, the plus and the minus are starting to converge. You've got a lot of other things going on here. The average range is starting to pick up just a bit. So what happens is you might start to see a really accelerated sell-off on that chart. So we'll see what happens, but I think something's happening here. I think we're starting to turn again. You get to the euro currency. This was one where we put some longs on. The way to do it here is you look at that average true range over the last 20 days. You put in a stop loss about 2 times that, so it'd be about 160 points. You could use the mini and the micro contracts, but I think that that's going to turn back up again here too. The trend neutralizer that would kill this downward trend is right about here, this 108.16 level. So I think that market is going to turn up and hit that level. Look at stochastics rising from oversold territory. ADX is picking up a bit here, so I think we could have a nice extension upwards. Getting into the metals, the things you guys want to look. So the 3 charts that I was really watching today was gold, the cotton, euro currency. So gold, I think that we're approaching a bottom on there as well. So you got this 3-day turn up. Additionally on the gold market, stochastics rising from oversold territory. You've got that DMI minus is starting to converge with plus. You've got the average range is holding up here right around $20-something. So if you're going to buy this, you could put a stop loss right around 1790, 1785 in there. Use that micro contract, put it in as your first contract, and start to add every $10, $15 going higher while trailing that stop up. So that's a strategy. Also to look at is possibly some call spreads like 1850, 1900 call spreads. That'd be another way to play it. Silver, a little bit slower on the turn up here. I'm really surprised. It's just not doing it. I think it's just a little too far away. So watch silver do some catching up. If gold takes off to the upside, you're probably going to see silver have that like 30 to 50 cent day move higher. So keep an eye on that as well. Platinum's just been chewing up against that resistance, formed a nice double bottom here on the charts. A little bit lower of a low, which we don't like to see because it did clip some people out. Now it's starting to push back up. People end up re-entering and starting to chase that market. The copper market turning up as well. That's a really good sign for silver. Silver's lagging. I think silver's going to start to poke up. I think these bonds, we're probably going to be in the 10-year note. We're probably getting some bottoming action here. It's still going to have to work a little bit at it, but a lot of these currencies turning up. Australian dollar turning up. Canadian dollar the British pound not going anywhere right now. They got some issues going on at the moment here. Same thing, Canada starting to maybe forge a bit of a bottom. You need to see a recovery in like the energies, a couple other sectors. But this was the one that I was really watching. It was this euro currency. I think we might be turning back up here. So I like stochastics rising. I like that we're close to a crossover here. And then the dollar, again, that's the one that's telling you that story, is that it's starting to break down at the moment. So other than that, it was the cotton market that's on my radar. See, we've been sideways for so long now. And if you look at some of the notes I have on cotton, it's saying that basically, it's moving with some of the economic data, but overseas like China, if they pick up, they're going to be buying a lot of cotton. Now, they may switch to buying it from Australia versus U.S., but we'll see. But consumer spending remaining pretty strong, export data, the Chinese demand, and then the drop in planted acreage. Those are kind of the things you want to watch if you're in that cotton market. The way I did it today was we picked up some of the May 88.93 call spreads. They're run around $500-600. I think we can get $1,000 out of them. So we get that breakout to the upside. We go up to the 200-day moving average on cotton. I think that I think it's game on. So I think that those things will hit that level. But the 200-day moving average right around 89 and a quarter on that cotton market. So kind of like the halfway point. But you got any questions, futures option trading? Love to hear from you. Be sure to like and subscribe. And then if you have any questions, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures and option trading does involve risk of loss. May not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trade.